Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Study Biology with Jisha. I know from lots of days have gone and I have not uploaded any chapter, and today I'm here again with the next chapter of our biology class 10, which is chapter 9, heredity and evolution. So we will be discussing about this chapter in detail. Hope you like the video. Please stay tuned for more. Before we start this chapter, we need to recall what we have read in reproduction. And the most important thing that we have read in reproduction is about variation. So, what is a variation? It is a degree. It is a degree by which. It is a degree by which an offspring differs from parents. The offspring differs from parents. So it is a degree by which offsprings differ from parents. So this is what is variation, and we have read this about this in reproduction chapter. We have also read that variation is a most important phenomena of sexually reproducing organism. Does that mean that asexually reproducing organism do not get variation? No, it's wrong. Asexually reproducing organisms also get variations, also differ. The offsprings of asexual reproduction also differs from their parents, as in case of sexually reproducing organism. So what is the main reason for which asexually reproducing organisms also differ from their parents, as in case of sexually reproducing organism? Let us now see. So now we are here with a new concept, which is DNA. DNA is a basic component of every living organism, and for carrying out of reproduction, the most important thing is that at the DNA level there must be a copy of the DNA which has to be produced. So this is said as replication, which you will be reading in higher classes. So a copy of the existing DNA has to be produced, and this existing copy requires a cell which then forms a new cell. So let this be my existing DNA or the parental DNA. It has to produce a copy. So this is a copied DNA. Now this copied DNA requires a cell which is known as a new cell, or rather the offspring cell, while this cell in which this particular DNA is there is known as the parent cell. So this being the parent cell, and this is the offspring cell. I'm doing the nucleus also, because the DNA in case of prokaryotes is present, though it is present in the cytoplasm, but in eukaryote it has to be present in the nucleus. So for that reason a DNA has to produce its copy, but nothing in the world is completely error free. So whenever the DNA produces its copy, there is some error. So the most important phenomena lies here, which is error in DNA copying. So during the formation of a new DNA, there are certain errors, that the newly formed DNA is not completely same as that of the parent DNA, because there are some errors which are occurring in the newly formed DNA. So these error in DNA copying, DNA copy error, I can write, this error in DNA copying gives rise to variation in the new cell. So that is why the new cell has got a lot of variation, and the main reason is error in DNA copying. This error in DNA copying not only occurs in asexually producing organism, but also occurs in sexually reproducing organisms. So both of them have this error in DNA copying, and therefore both of these reproductions, they have variations. So due to the error in DNA copying, both of these two types of reproduction are facing variations. But of course, sexually reproducing organism, they face more variation because again there is fusion of gametes, which is not found in case of asexually reproducing organism. But the thing is true that sexually as well as asexually reproducing organisms both get variations. So now we are clear that there is something which is occurring for sure in every living organism, may it be a sexually reproducing organism or a asexually reproducing organism, and that is variation. So variation is a one thing which is confirmed that is going to happen. The second thing which is always found in any kind of reproduction is the same body design as of the parent. So let it be a bacteria. A bacteria will always give rise or will always reproduce and produce an offspring bacteria. It will never produce a amoeba. Similarly, a dog will always give birth to a dog. So during any kind of reproduction, may it be sexual or asexual, these two things are most common. That is, the variations is going to happen, which is confirmed because of error in DNA copying. And the second thing is there has to be formation of same body design as of the parent. So these are the two things which are going to come in the next generation, in the offsprings from the parents. That means these two things, that is a variation as well as same body design, is going to get transferred from parents to offsprings. Hence, these two things make up inheritance. If I will rub this example which I have written here, then I will be giving it to you a thing that these two things, that is variation and the same body design, is what we are going to get from our parents, and hence these two things forms the basis of inheritance. So we have got a new term. That's because these two things we are getting from our parents are giving us the offspring, these two things. So here comes the topic of inheritance of things. So something which we are getting from our parents is known as inheritance. So inheritance is the process by which we are getting certain characteristics from our parents. Now the characteristics are of two types. It will be the same body design and it will be variations. So this is what we are getting from our parents, and those characters which we get from our parents during the process of inheritance are called as inherited characters or inherited traits. These inherited traits or characters are categorized into two main types. One of them is same body design and the other one is variation. So this is what is inheritance, and the process by which these traits and characters are transferred from parents to offsprings is known as heredity. So to sum up, I am giving you the definition of heredity just within a minute. Hence, if I will sum up what is heredity, heredity is the process by which traits and characteristics are reliably inherited. And I'm just writing that for you. Heredity, it is the process by which traits and characteristics, and these involve only two things I have just told you. One is the variation and the other is the same body design. So traits and characteristics are reliably, means they are surely going to go reliably inherited. So this is a definition which is there in your NCERT book. You can please go through and remember this definition. So this is what is heredity, in which we are going to get certain characteristics from our parents reliably, means we are going to get it and we will get it. It is not that we may or may not. We are going to get certain characteristics and traits from our parents, and these are categorized into two types. One is variation and the other is similar body design. So those traits and characteristics which we inherit from our parents are called as inherited traits or inherited characteristics. So the inherited traits are those which we get from our parents, which we get from our parents. So this is the characteristics which we are generally getting from our parents. There is another type of characteristics we all are having, which is known as the acquired trait. And acquired trait is the trait which we don't get from our parents. We get it from our experience after birth. Means when we are born, then only we experience a lot of things. We experience knowledge, we experience music, we experience any skill of doing something, computer coding. If we'll come to a very small thing, we may face an accident and break a leg or have an injury. All those things are not at all inherited to our children. They are not transferred from one generation to another, and they are not considered as inherited trait, but rather they are acquired traits. So inherited traits are those which we generally get by birth from our parents. For example, our height, to be more specific, then our eye color to be more specific, and these are the things which we are getting from our parents. So this is all about today's class. We have discussed what is the meaning of heredity, what is the meaning of variation, what are inherited traits, what are acquired traits, and in the next class, which I will be joining soon, I will be telling about the various experiments of inheritance done by a famous genetist whose name is Gregor Johann Mendel. Thank you everyone. Have a great day. Stay tuned for my next video.